Welcome to my channel. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It is not intended as professional advice. Always consult with a qualified interior designer or decorator for personalized recommendations. Remember to use your own judgment and consider your own circumstances when applying any ideas or suggestions from this video. Enjoy the journey of designing your space. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a fundamental concept that shapes the world of technology and security, the principle of identification, commonly known as ID. So, what exactly is ID, and why is it so important? Let's break it down. In the world of interior design, balance serves as the cornerstone, the fundamental principle that lays the groundwork for creating visually appealing spaces. Think of it as the equilibrium that harmonizes every element in a room. Balance isn't just about ensuring a room doesn't feel cluttered or empty, it's about achieving a sense of stability and order while embracing creativity and style. Principles of interior design. 1. Balance. Balance is a fundamental principle in interior design, creating visual equilibrium and a sense of stability in a space. There are two main types of balance: symmetrical balance and asymmetrical balance. 1. Symmetrical balance. Symmetrical balance is achieved when elements on one side of a central point are mirrored by elements on the other side. It creates a sense of formality, order, and stability. Here's how it works. Central axis. Imagine a central line dividing the room into two equal halves. Elements on one side of the room are mirrored on the other side of this central axis, identical objects. Symmetrical balance often involves using identical or similar objects, like matching furniture or decor items, on both sides of the room. Formal spaces. Symmetrical balance is commonly found in formal or traditional interior designs, such as classical or neoclassical styles. Pros of symmetrical balance. 1. Stability. It provides a sense of stability and order, making it visually pleasing and calming, easy to achieve. It's straightforward to implement, especially when working with pairs of identical objects. 2. Formality. Well suited for formal spaces, like traditional living rooms and dining areas. Cons of symmetrical balance. 1. Predictability. It can sometimes appear predictable or overly formal, lacking the dynamic energy of asymmetrical designs. 2. Rigidity. Over-reliance on symmetrical balance can make a room feel rigid and uninviting. 2. Asymmetrical balance. Asymmetrical balance, on the other hand, involves the careful arrangement of dissimilar objects or elements on either side of a central point. It creates a more dynamic, lively, and informal feel. Asymmetrical balance requires a keen sense of visual weight, color, and form. Visual weight. Objects with different visual weights, perceived heaviness or lightness, are arranged so that they balance each other out without being identical. Different elements. Unlike symmetrical balance, asymmetry allows for various shapes, sizes, colors, and textures to balance the visual composition. Casual spaces. Asymmetrical balance is often found in contemporary, eclectic, and modern interior designs. It's also popular in more casual and relaxed settings. Pros of asymmetrical balance. 1. Creativity. Allows for greater creativity and personal expression, as designers can experiment with diverse elements. 2. Dynamic energy. Creates a sense of movement and liveliness, making the space visually engaging. 3. Flexibility. Asymmetry can be adapted to suit various interior styles, from traditional to highly modern. Cons of asymmetrical balance. 1. Complexity. Achieving a visually pleasing asymmetrical balance requires a good understanding of design principles and a careful eye for composition. 2. Potential imbalance. If not done well, asymmetry can lead to a feeling of imbalance or chaos in the room. Understanding the nuances of both symmetrical and asymmetrical balance is crucial for interior designers. The choice between these approaches often depends on the desired atmosphere of the space, the style of the design, and the preferences of the inhabitants. Skillful use of balance ensures that a room not only looks harmonious, but also feels comfortable and inviting. Now that we've explored the concept of balance, let's move on to the next key principle: harmony. While balance focuses on the even distribution of visual elements, harmony delves deeper into creating a sense of unity and coherence within a space. 2. Harmony. Harmony in interior design refers to the creation of a unified and cohesive whole, where all elements and principles work together in a visually pleasing manner. It's about achieving a sense of balance, continuity, and compatibility among various elements in a space. Harmony ensures that the design feels complete and harmonious to the viewer. Let's explore this concept in depth. Types of harmony. 1. Color harmony. Analogous colors, colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. They create a serene and comfortable feeling as they are closely related. Complementary colors, colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. They create a vibrant and energetic contrast, adding excitement to the space. Monochromatic colors, variations in lightness and saturation of a single color. This creates a sense of elegance and simplicity. 2. Material harmony. Consistent materials, using similar materials throughout the space, such as wood, metal, glass, or stone, creates a cohesive look. Contrasting materials, combining materials with different textures, like pairing rough stone with smooth glass, adds depth and interest. 3. Visual harmony. Proportional harmony, ensuring that the proportions of furniture and decorative elements are visually pleasing and work well together in the space. Style harmony, blending different styles cohesively, such as mixing contemporary furniture with vintage accessories, creating an eclectic yet harmonious atmosphere. Achieving harmony in interior design. 1. Consistency. Consistent theme, establish a theme or style for the entire space and stick to it. Consistency in theme helps create a unified look. Consistent color palette, use a consistent color scheme throughout the space. Even if different colors are used in various rooms, they should complement each other. 2. Balance of elements, visual weight, balance heavy and light elements in the room. For instance, a large, dark-colored sofa can be balanced by a group of smaller, lighter-colored chairs. Balance of shapes, incorporate a variety of shapes, curves, rectangles, circles, in the design while ensuring they complement each other. 3. Transitions, smooth transitions, ensure a smooth flow of elements and colors from one room to another, especially in open concept spaces. Transitional spaces, pay attention to areas like hallways and corridors, they should maintain the design harmony of the adjoining rooms. For attention to detail, even small, be consistent in style and finish to maintain overall harmony. Detail small elements like doorknobs, handles, and switches should, texture and pattern, harmonize different textures and patterns by ensuring they share a common color or visual theme. 5. Functionality, functional harmony, ensure that the arrangement of furniture and other elements supports the functionality of the space. A harmonious design is also functional and user-friendly. 6. Personal touch, personalization, integrate personal items and accessories that have sentimental value, but ensure they align with the overall design theme for a harmonious blend of personal and designed elements. Importance of harmony. 1. Visual appeal, a harmonious design is visually appealing and creates a positive atmosphere in the space. 2. Comfort, harmonious spaces tend to be more comfortable and inviting, making people feel relaxed and at ease. 3. Flow, spaces with harmony have a natural flow, guiding people from one area to another seamlessly. Emotional impact, harmony can evoke specific emotions. A well-harmonized space can create feelings of calm, excitement, or contentment, depending on the chosen colors and elements. Harmony in interior design is about creating a balanced, cohesive, and visually pleasing environment by carefully integrating various elements and principles. It requires a thoughtful approach to colors, materials, shapes, and transitions, ensuring that every aspect of the design works harmoniously with the others. A harmonious interior design not only looks beautiful, but also enhances the overall experience of the space for its occupants. Now that we've explored the concept of harmony, let's move on to our next key principle, rhythm. Think of rhythm as the heartbeat of your space, the pulsating energy that brings life to harmonious interiors. While harmony creates unity, rhythm introduces movement, guiding the eye smoothly and effortlessly. 3. Rhythm. Rhythm in interior design refers to the visual flow and movement created by the repetition of elements. It guides the eye through a space, creating a sense of continuity, interest, and harmony. Just like in music where rhythm creates patterns of sound and silence, in interior design, rhythm creates patterns of visual elements. Here's a more in-depth exploration of this concept. Types of rhythm. 1. Regular rhythm. Consistent repetition involves the regular and predictable repetition of elements like shapes, colors, or patterns. This repetition creates a sense of order and stability. Example: rows of identical chairs in a conference room, evenly spaced pendant lights along a hallway. 2. Flowing rhythm. Gradual progression involves a gradual change in a sequence of elements, leading the eye smoothly through a space. It often creates a sense of movement and can make a space more dynamic. Example: a staircase with steps of varying sizes, leading the eye up or down in a flowing manner. 3. Random rhythm. Irregular repetition involves elements placed randomly or in a seemingly haphazard manner. While it lacks the predictability of regular rhythm, it adds a sense of spontaneity and creativity to the design. Example: an eclectic gallery wall with various sized frames and artworks arranged in an irregular pattern, creating rhythm in interior design. 1. Repetition. Patterns. Using repeated patterns in fabrics, wallpapers, or tiles can establish a rhythm, creating visual interest and guiding the eye. Shapes. Repeating similar shapes, like circles or squares, in various elements such as furniture, rugs, or lighting fixtures, establishes a rhythmic pattern. Colors. Repeating specific colors throughout a space can create a harmonious rhythm and tie the design together. 2. Progression. Gradual changes, elements gradually increasing or decreasing in size, color intensity, or other attributes, create a flowing rhythm. Arrangement. Objects arranged in a sequential manner, such as a set of vases of different heights, create a progression that guides the eye. 3. Contrast. Visual contrast, alternating between light and dark elements or using contrasting colors adds energy and rhythm to the space. Texture contrast. Alternating textures, such as smooth and rough surfaces, creates a tactile rhythm that engages the senses. 4. Transition. Smooth transitions. Elements should transition smoothly from one to another, maintaining the rhythm. Sudden disruptions can interrupt the flow. Gradual changes. When transitioning from one area to another, elements can change gradually, ensuring a seamless rhythm throughout the space. Importance of rhythm. 1. Visual interest. Rhythm adds visual interest to a space, preventing it from feeling monotonous or static. 1. Guiding the eye. It guides the viewer's gaze, emphasizing certain elements and creating a sense of movement and dynamism. 2. Unity. Rhythmic patterns unify different elements in a space, tying them together cohesively. 3. Emotional impact. Depending on the type of rhythm, it can evoke different emotions. Regular rhythms can provide a sense of stability, while flowing or random rhythms can add excitement and creativity. Rhythm in interior design is a powerful tool used to create movement, interest, and unity within a space. By carefully considering the repetition, progression, and contrast of elements, designers can establish a rhythm that enhances the overall aesthetics and experience of the environment. Now that we've explored the dynamic world of rhythm, let's shift our focus to our next key principle: emphasis. Imagine a beautifully choreographed dance. Rhythm sets the tempo, guiding our movements, while emphasis shines the spotlight on the star performer. In interior design, emphasis is the art of creating focal points, capturing attention, and adding drama to your space. 4. Emphasis. Emphasis, also known as focal point or dominance, is a crucial principle in interior design. It refers to the creation of a visual center of interest or focal point within a space. The emphasis is used to draw attention to a particular area, object, or element, making it stand out and capturing the viewer's focus. Here's a more detailed explanation of this concept: creating emphasis in interior design. 1. Contrast. Color contrast. Using a different color or a contrasting hue can make an element stand out. For instance, a bright red chair in a neutral room immediately draws attention. Texture contrast. Placing a textured element against a smooth surface can create tactile interest and emphasize the textured object. Size contrast. An oversized or unusually small object amid regular-sized elements can become a focal point due to its distinct size. 2. Isolation. Spatial isolation. Placing an object in a relatively empty space, away from other elements, can emphasize it. For example, a single sculpture in an alcove. Visual isolation. Creating contrast in terms of color or texture against the surrounding elements to make an object visually isolated. 3. Placement. Central placement. Placing an object in the center of a room or on a wall can automatically make it a focal point. Strategic placement. Positioning an object slightly off-center but in a prominent location, such as above a fireplace, can create a subtle emphasis. 4. Lighting. Accent lighting. Using focused lighting, such as spotlights or track lights, to illuminate a specific object or area. Natural light. Allowing natural light to fall on the focal point can emphasize it during the day. 5. Unique or intriguing elements. Unique objects, unusual or visually striking items, such as antique furniture or abstract art pieces, inherently draw attention and become natural focal points. Intriguing patterns. Bold and intricate patterns on fabrics or wallpapers can serve as focal points, especially in rooms with otherwise neutral decor. 6. Hierarchy. Visual hierarchy. Establishing a hierarchy among elements by varying their size, color, or prominence, leading the viewer's eye to the focal point. Arrangement. Creating a structured arrangement of elements can guide the viewer's gaze towards the emphasized area. Importance of emphasis. 1. Guiding attention. Emphasis guides the viewer's attention, allowing designers to control the flow of visual exploration in a room. 2. Creating interest. Focal points add visual interest and depth to a space, preventing it from appearing monotonous. 3. Defining purpose. By emphasizing specific areas or objects, designers can communicate the purpose or function of a space. For example, emphasizing a bed in a bedroom highlights its primary function. 4. Visual impact. Emphasized elements create a memorable visual impact, leaving a lasting impression on the occupants. Considerations. 1. Balance. While emphasis is essential, it should be balanced within the overall composition to avoid overwhelming the space. 2. Consistency. The emphasis should be consistent with the overall design theme to maintain harmony. 3. Functionality. The emphasized element should not hinder the functionality of the space or obstruct movement. Emphasis in interior design directs attention, creates interest, and establishes hierarchy within a space. Designers use various techniques to emphasize specific elements, ensuring that they capture the viewer's focus and enhance the overall aesthetic and functionality of the interior. Careful placement and selection of focal points contribute significantly to the visual richness and impact of a well-designed space. Having explored the power of emphasis in creating focal points, let's now dive into our next key principle: contrast. If emphasis is about shining a spotlight on specific elements, contrast is the play of differences, the art of juxtaposing opposing elements in a way that creates visual excitement and depth. 5. Contrast. Contrast is a fundamental design principle in interior design that involves the juxtaposition of different elements in a space to create visual interest, depth, and focal points. It's the arrangement of opposite elements, such as light and dark, rough and smooth, large and small, to highlight their differences, enhancing the overall design and making it visually dynamic. Let's explore the concept of contrast in depth. Types of contrast. 1. Color contrast. Complementary colors, colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel, e.g., red and green, blue and orange. Using complementary colors creates a vibrant and energetic contrast. 2. Texture contrast. Rough and smooth. Pairing rough textures like raw wood or brick with smooth surfaces like glass or polished metal creates a tactile contrast. Hard and soft. Combining hard materials like metal or stone with soft materials like fabric or upholstery enhances both the visual and tactile contrast in the space. 3. Shape and form contrast. Geometric and organic shapes. Contrasting structured geometric shapes with irregular, organic forms adds visual intrigue. Simple and complex forms. Placing simple, straightforward shapes next to intricate or ornate forms enhances the contrast, making each element stand out. 4. Size and scale contrast, large and small. Mixing large furniture pieces with smaller decorative elements creates a contrast in scale, adding visual interest. Tall and short, contrasting tall elements like floor-to-ceiling bookshelves with low furniture pieces provides vertical contrast, breaking the monotony. 5. Pattern contrast, bold and subtle patterns. Pairing bold patterns with more subtle or neutral ones creates a dynamic contrast, drawing attention to specific areas. Pattern density, contrasting dense patterns with open or negative spaces balances the visual weight in the design. Importance of contrast. 1. Visual interest. Contrast adds excitement and visual intrigue to a space, preventing it from appearing monotonous or bland. 2. Highlighting focal points. Contrast can be used strategically to emphasize focal points or specific elements within a room. 3. Depth and dimension. Contrast in colors, textures, and shapes creates a sense of depth, making the space visually richer and more dynamic. 4. Enhanced perception. Proper use of contrast can visually alter the perception of a room's size, making it appear larger or more intimate as needed. Considerations. 1. Balance. While contrast is essential, it should be balanced throughout the room to maintain overall harmony and cohesion. 2. Unity. The contrast should align with the overall design theme and not appear disjointed or out of place. 3. Visual comfort. Extreme or harsh contrasts can be visually unsettling, so it's crucial to strike a balance that feels comfortable to the occupants. Contrast is a powerful tool in interior design that adds depth, visual interest, and excitement to a space. Designers use contrasting elements to create focal points, enhance visual appeal, and bring life to the overall design. Strategic use of contrast can transform a room, making it visually stimulating, harmonious, and aesthetically pleasing. Now that we've explored the electrifying world of contrast, let's shift our focus to our next fundamental principle: proportion and scale. Just as contrast adds excitement, proportion and scale bring harmony and balance to our design palette. Imagine a room where every piece of furniture and every decorative element fits perfectly, creating a seamless visual symphony. That, my friends, is the magic of proportion and scale. 6. Proportion and scale. Proportion and scale are crucial elements in interior design that deal with the size, ratio, and relationship of various elements within a space. Proper understanding and application of proportion and scale ensure that the elements in a room harmonize well with each other, creating a visually pleasing and balanced environment. 1. Proportion. Proportion refers to the size relationship between different parts of a design element or between different elements in a space. It involves the harmonious relationship of sizes and shapes, ensuring that they are visually balanced and pleasing to the eye. Here are some key aspects of proportion in interior design. A golden ratio. The golden ratio, often denoted by the Greek letter phi, is a mathematical ratio that appears in many natural phenomena and artworks. In interior design, elements such as furniture, wall art, and architectural features are often designed following the golden ratio to create aesthetically pleasing proportions. B. Human scale. Designers often consider human proportions when arranging furniture and other elements. Furniture pieces should be proportionate to the human body, ensuring that they are comfortable and functional for users. C. Harmonious relationships. Proper proportion ensures that elements within a room relate well to each other. For example, the size of a coffee table in relation to the size of a sofa, or the height of a pendant light in relation to a dining table. 2. Scale. Scale refers to the size of an object in relation to the space it occupies. It involves both the size of individual elements and their overall relationship within the room. Here's how scale functions in interior design. A. Furniture scale. Selecting appropriately sized furniture is crucial. Furniture that is too large can overwhelm a room, while furniture that is too small can make a space feel empty and underutilized. B. Spatial scale. Considering the overall scale of the space is important when designing interiors. Large spaces may require larger furniture and taller elements, while smaller spaces benefit from lighter, more delicate pieces that create an illusion of space. C. Visual weight. Visual weight refers to how heavy or light an object appears. Dark and bulky furniture pieces have a heavier visual weight, while light-colored and streamlined furniture pieces have a lighter visual weight. Balancing visual weight ensures that the room feels visually stable and well-proportioned. Importance of proportion and scale. 1. Visual harmony. Proper proportion and scale create visual harmony, making the elements within a space appear balanced and well-coordinated. 2. Functionality. Correctly scaled furniture and elements enhance the functionality of a space, ensuring comfortable use. 3. Spatial perception. Scale can influence how large or small a room feels. Well-scaled elements can make a small room feel more spacious and a large room feel cozier. 4. Aesthetic appeal. Properly proportioned and scaled elements contribute significantly to the overall aesthetic appeal of a room, making it visually pleasing and inviting. Considerations. 1. Room size. Consider the size and shape of the room when selecting furniture and other elements to ensure they fit comfortably within the available space. 2. Proximity. Consider the relationship between different elements in the room to maintain a cohesive and balanced design. 3. Balance. Balance visual weight and proportion throughout the space to create a sense of equilibrium. Proportion and scale are essential design principles that impact the overall aesthetics, functionality, and comfort of a space. Designers carefully assess the size relationships between various elements, ensuring they harmonize well and contribute to a visually appealing, balanced, and inviting interior environment. Now that we've explored the essential principles of proportion and scale, it's time to zoom in and focus on the finer elements that truly bring a design to life. Details. Imagine a room that feels perfectly balanced in terms of size and proportion, and now, let's sprinkle some magic dust, the intricate details that turn a space from beautiful to breathtaking. 7. Details. Details in interior design refer to the small, subtle elements and finishing touches that contribute to the overall aesthetics, functionality, and personality of a space. Paying attention to details is what elevates a design from ordinary to exceptional, creating a unique and captivating environment. Here's a comprehensive explanation of the significance of details in interior design. 1. Enhancing aesthetics, ornamentation. Details such as moldings, trim, and decorative accents enhance architectural features, adding elegance and visual interest. Decorative hardware, intricately designed handles, knobs, and pulls on cabinets and doors can become focal points, adding a touch of luxury. Artwork and accessories. Carefully chosen artwork, sculptures, and decorative items personalize the space, reflecting the owner's taste and style. 2. Adding texture and depth. Textiles. Details like embroidery, fringe, and unique fabric patterns add texture and depth to furniture, curtains, and throw pillows. Wall treatments, textured wallpapers, accent walls, or creative paint techniques add depth and visual interest to flat surfaces. 3. Ensuring functionality, ergonomic details. Consideration of user experience, such as the height of a kitchen counter, the placement of outlets, and the functionality of storage spaces. Custom solutions. Tailored solutions like built-in shelving, window seats, or hidden storage address specific needs and maximize space utility. 4. Playing with lighting, accent lighting. Details like sconces, uplights, or recessed lighting draw attention to specific features or objects, creating focal points. Light fixtures. Unique or statement light fixtures serve as both functional elements and decorative pieces, contributing to the room's ambience. 5. Incorporating natural elements, natural materials. Details such as stone, wood grains, or natural fibers provide a tactile experience, connecting the interior with nature. Indoor plants. The presence of indoor plants adds life and freshness, enhancing the overall atmosphere of the space. 6. Creating visual interest, pattern and color. Details like intricate patterns on textiles or vibrant color combinations draw the eye, adding visual interest and energy to the space. Contrast. Contrasting details, such as combining rustic textures with sleek surfaces, create a dynamic visual contrast. 7. Reflecting personal style, personal artifacts. Displaying personal collections, travel souvenirs, or family heirlooms adds character and tells a story about the inhabitants. Customization. tailoring details to reflect the personality and preferences of the occupants, ensuring the space feels uniquely theirs. Importance of details: 1. Unique identity. Details contribute to the uniqueness of a space, making it distinct and memorable. 2. Elevated aesthetics. Thoughtfully chosen and well-executed details enhance the overall beauty and elegance of a design. 3. Attention to craftsmanship. Details showcase the level of craftsmanship and attention invested in the design, creating a sense of quality and refinement. 4. Enhanced comfort. Functional details enhance the usability and comfort of a space, making it practical and user-friendly. Considerations: 1. Balance. Details should be balanced to avoid overwhelming the space. They should complement the overall design without overshadowing other elements. 2. Harmony. Details should harmonize with the existing elements, colors, and textures in the room, ensuring a cohesive design. 3. Maintenance. Consider the practicality of details. Intricate designs might require more maintenance than simpler alternatives. Details in interior design are the finishing touches that transform a space into a personalized, visually appealing, and functional environment. Designers meticulously select and incorporate these elements to create a space that not only reflects the occupant's personality and lifestyle, but also provides a delightful and enriching experience for anyone who enters the room. Attention to these small details is what makes a design truly exceptional and unforgettable. Now that we've delved into the exquisite world of details, it's time to explore how these intricacies come together to create a harmonious whole: unity and variety. Think of a well-crafted story where every chapter adds depth, and every character brings a unique flavor. In interior design, unity and variety play similar roles, weaving a narrative that captivates our senses and tells a tale of diversity and coherence. 8. Unity and variety. Unity and variety are essential design principles in interior design, working together to create a harmonious and visually appealing space. Let's explore these concepts in depth. 1. Unity. Unity refers to the sense of oneness or cohesion in a design. It's the principle that all elements and components in a room work together, creating a unified and harmonious whole. Achieving unity ensures that the space feels complete, balanced, and well integrated. Here's how unity is achieved. A. Consistency. Color palette. Using a consistent color scheme throughout the space, ensuring colors complement or contrast harmoniously. Material selection. Choosing materials that complement each other, creating a cohesive look and feel. Style and theme. Ensuring that all design elements adhere to a particular style or theme, whether it's contemporary, minimalist, traditional, or eclectic. B. Repetition. Patterns. Repeating patterns in textiles, wallpapers, or accessories establishes a theme and visual continuity. Shapes. Repeating similar shapes or forms in furniture and decor elements unifies the space. C. Rhythm and balance. Rhythm. Establishing a consistent rhythm through the arrangement of elements, guiding the eye smoothly through the space. Balance. Ensuring symmetrical or asymmetrical balance, based on the design intent, contributes to the overall unity. 2. Variety. Variety, on the other hand, introduces diversity and contrast into the design. It prevents monotony and adds interest to the space. While unity provides cohesion, variety ensures that the design doesn't become mundane or predictable. Here's how variety is introduced. A. Diverse elements, different textures. Introducing a mix of textures, such as rough and smooth or soft and hard, adds tactile variety. Varied colors. Using a diverse range of colors either within a specific palette or contrasting hues, adds visual excitement. Various shapes. Incorporating different shapes in furniture, decor, and architectural features creates dynamic visual interest. B. Contrasts. Color contrasts. Using complementary or contrasting colors to create focal points and vibrant visual impact. Material contrasts. Pairing materials with different finishes, like matte and glossy, creates subtle yet effective contrasts. C. Focal points. Emphasized elements. Creating focal points using unique or standout elements, such as artwork or statement furniture pieces, adds variety to the overall design. Importance of unity and variety. 1. Visual interest. Unity provides a cohesive backdrop, while variety adds visual interest, capturing attention and engaging the viewer. 2. Balance. The balance between unity and variety ensures a room feels cohesive without becoming monotonous or cluttered. 3. Expressive design. Achieving the right balance between unity and variety allows designers to express creativity, individuality, and innovation in their designs. 4. Functional harmony. A harmonious blend of unity and variety ensures that the space remains functional and comfortable while being visually stimulating. Considerations. 1. Balance. Striking the right balance between unity and variety is crucial. Too much unity can result in a monotonous space, while excessive variety can lead to chaos. 2. Harmony. Unity and variety should work harmoniously with other design principles, such as balance, rhythm, and proportion. 3. Client preferences. Understanding the client's preferences and lifestyle helps designers strike the right balance, ensuring the space reflects the client's personality and needs. Unity and variety are fundamental principles that, when balanced effectively, create visually engaging and harmonious interior spaces. Unity provides a sense of cohesion and order, while variety introduces diversity and excitement. Skillfully integrating these principles results in a design that is both visually captivating and functionally efficient, reflecting the unique personality and style of the space's inhabitants. Now that we've explored the art of balancing unity and variety, let's move on to our next principle: hierarchy. Imagine a beautifully organized orchestra, where every instrument knows its role, creating a masterpiece under the guidance of a skillful conductor. In interior design, hierarchy is the conductor, orchestrating the elements within a space, ensuring that our eyes follow a natural and visually pleasing path. 9. Hierarchy. Hierarchy is a crucial principle in interior design that involves the arrangement and organization of elements in a way that establishes a clear order of importance. It guides the viewer's eye, emphasizing specific elements and creating a sense of visual flow and structure within a space. Here's a detailed explanation of the concept of hierarchy in interior design, establishing visual hierarchy. 1. Scale and proportion. Dominant elements, larger or more prominent elements, naturally draw attention. In a living room, for instance, a large sofa can be a dominant element. Subordinate elements, smaller or less visually striking elements, such as side tables or decor items, play a supporting role in the hierarchy. 2. Color and contrast. Color emphasis. Vibrant or contrasting colors naturally attract attention. A brightly colored accent wall or a boldly colored piece of furniture becomes a focal point. Contrast. Sharp contrast between light and dark elements creates emphasis. For instance, dark furniture against a light-colored wall stands out prominently. 3. Placement and arrangement. Central placement. Elements placed at the center of a room or space tend to attract attention. A centrally placed dining table or a chandelier can establish hierarchy. Isolation. Elements placed in isolation or negative space become focal points due to the absence of competing elements. 4. Detail and ornamentation. Intricate details. Elements with intricate designs or unique ornamentation naturally become focal points. Decorative moldings, ornate mirrors, or intricate artwork can serve as focal points. Customization. Custom-designed elements, whether furniture or architectural features, often become the center of attention due to their uniqueness. 5. Lighting. Accent lighting. Directional or focused lighting, such as track lights or spotlights, can be used to emphasize specific elements or artworks. Natural light. Elements illuminated by natural light, like a cozy reading nook bathed in sunlight, naturally become focal points. Importance of hierarchy. 1. Guided focus. Hierarchy guides the viewer's gaze, ensuring that certain elements are noticed first, creating a structured visual experience. 2. Organization. It organizes the elements within a space, establishing a clear order of importance and preventing visual clutter. 3. Visual impact. Elements emphasized through hierarchy leave a lasting impression, contributing to the overall aesthetic appeal of the space. 4. Functional clarity. Hierarchy helps users understand the functionality of different elements within a room, making it user-friendly. Considerations. 1. Balance. While establishing hierarchy, it's essential to maintain balance. Overemphasizing one element can lead to imbalance and visual discomfort. 2. Consistency. The hierarchy should align with the overall design theme and be consistent with the intended atmosphere of the space. 3. User experience. Consider the perspective of the occupants and their likely viewing angles to establish hierarchy effectively. Hierarchy in interior design involves the deliberate arrangement of elements to create a clear order of importance. By skillfully utilizing scale, color, placement, and other design principles, designers can establish a hierarchy that guides the viewer's focus, enhances the visual appeal of the space, and ensures a harmonious and well-organized interior environment. Having explored the importance of hierarchy in creating visual order, let's venture into our next principle: repetition. Picture a rhythm in a song, where certain beats repeat, creating a pattern that you can tap your foot to. In interior design, repetition is like that catchy beat. It's the intentional reuse of elements, whether it's patterns, colors, or shapes, creating a cohesive and memorable experience within a space. 10. Repetition. Repetition is a fundamental design principle in interior design, involving the consistent use of specific elements, patterns, or motifs throughout a space. It's a deliberate and purposeful repetition of particular design features to create a sense of unity, rhythm, and cohesiveness. Here's a detailed explanation of the concept of repetition in interior design. Types of repetition. 1. Pattern repetition, wallpapers and fabrics. Repeating patterns on wallpapers, upholstery, curtains, or throw pillows creates a visual rhythm. Tile patterns, using consistent patterns in tiles on floors or walls creates a cohesive look, especially in areas like kitchens and bathrooms. 2. Element repetition, furniture. Repeating specific furniture styles or designs throughout a space ties different areas together cohesively. Architectural elements. Repetition of architectural details like columns, arches, or moldings establishes consistency and unity. 3. Color repetition, color scheme. Repeating specific colors or shades in different elements, such as walls, furniture, and accessories, unifies the color palette. Accent colors. Repeating accent colors in various areas or decorative items adds visual interest and cohesiveness. 4. Shape repetition, furniture and decor. Repeating specific shapes, like circular coffee tables or rectangular frames, creates a consistent visual language. Architectural features. Repeating architectural shapes, such as arched doorways or rectangular windows, establishes a cohesive theme. Importance of repetition. 1. Visual cohesion. Repetition creates a visual connection between different parts of a space, making the design feel cohesive and harmonious. 2. Rhythm and movement. Repetitive elements establish a rhythm, guiding the viewer's eye smoothly through the space. 3. Visual interest. Repetition, when done thoughtfully, adds interest and depth to the design, preventing it from feeling monotonous. 4. Emphasizing themes. Repetition strengthens the thematic elements of a design, reinforcing the intended style or concept. Considerations. 1. Consistency. Maintain consistency in the type of elements being repeated to avoid a cluttered or chaotic appearance. 2. Balance. Strike a balance between repetition and variety. Too much repetition can make the space monotonous, while too little can result in visual disarray. 3. Hierarchy. Establish a hierarchy within the repeated elements. Certain elements can be repeated more prominently than others to create focal points. Examples of repetition in interior design. 1. In a contemporary living room, repeated colors, using a consistent color palette for the furniture, walls, and accessories, creating a cohesive atmosphere. Furniture styles, repeating the clean lines and minimalistic design of furniture pieces throughout the room for a unified look. 2. In a traditional dining room, architectural details, repeating specific architectural elements, like decorative moldings or wainscoting, across different walls. Color and pattern, using a consistent color scheme and pattern in the upholstery, curtains, and table linens for a classic and cohesive appearance. Repetition in interior design involves the intentional reuse of specific elements, patterns, colors, or shapes to create a sense of unity and rhythm. By incorporating repetition thoughtfully, designers can establish visual connections, enhance the overall cohesion of a space, and create a visually appealing and harmonious interior environment. Remember, these principles are not strict rules, but rather guidelines that can be adapted and interpreted creatively to suit different design styles and preferences. Successful interior design often involves a balance of these principles to create visually appealing and functional spaces. I hope you found inspiration in our exploration of design principles. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you need any other information, you can comment me in the comment section. If you want more videos, please like this video of mine, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon.